Hello, I'm Shahida Bari, Professor at the University of the Arts London and a presenter for BBC Arts. I've been the chair of the judging panel for the fiction category of the Bocas Prize this year, along with my fellow judges Christina Sharp, Professor of English and Black Studies at York University in Toronto, and Anton Nimblett, the Trinidadian novelist and short story writer. And I'd like to start by thanking them for the care and attention with which they read the entries for this category. I hope I speak for them when I say that it was a remarkably wide-ranging list of books that were entered for this category. They really were widely varied in form and shape and tone, from works that were picking up the long tradition of island stories and lending them new contours, to dazzling new adventures in the supernatural, modern romance, fable, mystery, experimental and realist fiction. It was a true education for me, certainly, to learn about the writing from the Caribbean and its diaspora, its range and its brilliance. I know that Christina and Anton and I discussed this at length, marvelling at the dynamism of contemporary Caribbean fiction. Our judging discussion was lengthy and detailed as a result, with passionate cases made for the works we cared about. We were united in our shortlist, and the shortlist consisted of Miriam J.A. Chance's What Storm, What Thunder. The judges observed that Chancey's What Storm, What Thunder is a beautifully realised novel, profound in its literary and historical breadth. Set before and after the 2012 earthquake in Haiti, Chance's narrators give texture to the everyday, to the delicate work of holding and piecing a life back together. From the very first incantatory sentences to the choral ending, What Storm, What Thunder is a work of great force and beauty. Second on the shortlist, How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Cherry Jones. The judges noted that Cherry Jones's novel, How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House, is a panoramic story of love, grief, trauma, and resilience. Jones writes with a powerful sense of place, unfalteringly truthful in this portrait of violence and survival. Compelling in its plot and dazzling in its cast, Jones's novel is a singular and unforgettable achievement. And third on the shortlist, Pleasantview by Celeste Mohammed. The judges observed that Celeste Mohammed's Pleasantview is an accomplished and powerful debut. With its interlocked stories, Mohammed has found a daring new way to paint the portrait of a community. Pleasantview is a gripping read, written with a deep sense of connection to people and place, both affectionate and loving, whilst clear-eyed and critical. In Mohammed, we found an exciting new talent. Now, the winner from that shortlist of three was Celeste Mohammed's Pleasantview. We felt that its consistently strong stories add up to a whole even greater than the parts. The stories continue and become more clearly linked as you read, each maintaining a unique tone and holding their borders. Mohammed employs tradition within the context of contemporary stories that engage with pressing issues in Caribbean society now. A truly worthy winner and an exciting new talent. So, congratulations to Celeste Mohammed for Pleasantview, the winner of the fiction category for the Bocas Lit Prize.
Hello everyone. My name is Celeste Mohammed. I am the author of Pleasantview, which, I am thrilled to say, has won the fiction category of this year's OCM Bocas Prize for Caribbean Literature. First off, let me congratulate the other category winners, Jason and Kai. Gentlemen, it is an honor to stand beside you on this year's shortlist. Ultimately, though, I feel massive gratitude and appreciation to the judges who have read Pleasantview and obviously understood what I was attempting to do in the book. I'm also grateful to the prize sponsors, One Caribbean Media. And of course, I'm grateful to the Bocas Lit Fest executive and their entire team who have persevered and worked tirelessly, continuing to shine the light of our Caribbean literature into the dark void of these pandemic years. And so today, yes, I accept this award in my personal capacity. It represents many years' hard work and sacrifice. But I also want to accept this award in my representative capacity. As a woman writer, as a writing mom, someone who's had to balance the competing demands of the craft and the calling to motherhood. As an author making a debut later in life. As one published by a small independent press. And most importantly, as an author seated here in the Caribbean, far from the international publishing centers, trying to tell our stories, speak our truths, and raise our voices, as only we can do. On behalf of us all, thank you. And I hope you will enjoy this brief excerpt from the opening story of my book, Pleasantview. So this excerpt is taken from the opening story of Pleasantview, a story called The Dragon's Mouth. Consuela glances again at the clock, strategically placed on the side wall of her room. From any angle, she is able to check if a customer's time is up, a self-taught trick. That and many more. It is just after 10 p.m. Sunil sent a message earlier to say, "I'll come in tonight. Pack and get ready." So yes, she's packing, but with only half a heart. She's not at all sure if she should believe in him. Sunil has been in jail for the last year. In Venezuela, jails are never easy to walk out of. But this is Trinidad. Everything is different. Easier in many ways. The night news talks of prisoners and their rights. She isn't sure what exactly that means, though, and if she has those too. Consuela shrugs like she's taking off an invisible blouse, but her doubts remain, even as she moves the last two items from her clothes drawer. She dumps them into the faded nylon duffel bag Sunil gave her 17.5 months ago. She's been counting. She's collected lots more clothes, nicer clothes since then. Tights, frothy blouses, jeans, and pretty lacy panties. All bought in Pleasantview Junction from roadside people who shout, "Mamacita, take a walk inside, take a walk inside." They are accustomed to seeing Vennies scurrying around the back streets. To them, every Latina is a Venezuelan whore. So they take her money and ask no questions. She willingly pays a higher price for their silence. She is safe in Pleasantview. Thank you.
We have had the privilege of living with the books for an extended time and are grateful for all of the work. Unfortunately, we can only choose one book, and it was an incredibly hard task, but we've done it. But before the final announcement, let me introduce you to the books on the shortlist. Thinking with Trees, debut book by Jamaican-born UK-based Jason Allen Passant, in which forests become a liminal space to reflect on the nature of Jamaica whilst being constantly disrupted by the realities of living in a foreign country. The essay collection, Things I Have Withheld, by US-based Jamaican Kai Miller, in which he illustrates brilliantly that to be a Black body means that race mediates everything. A deeply personal and poetic treatise on identity. In debut novelist Celeste Mohammed's Pleasantview, we encounter a writer with clear narrative gifts, subverting Caribbean cliches with nuanced characters. Mohammed troubles our sense of an island as a place of good time celebration. The winner of the OCM Bocas Prize 2022 for Caribbean Literature is Celeste Mohammed's Pleasantview, a book where the characters seem so bound to place and class, so clearly portrayed that it could feel like these events were real or that the book could be documentary in its scope, making the reader remind themselves constantly that this book is a work of fiction. Pleasantview is also innovative in its form, the interlocking landscapes of the stories giving us an overview of love, struggle, and dilemma, but never seeming forced or contrived. A rollicking, enjoyable, and at times incredibly moving story, Pleasantview is a great feat for any novel, far less a first novel. And the judges were unanimous in their decision to award Pleasantview the 2022 OCM Bocas Prize for Caribbean Literature. Congratulations.